I'm getting close to 280 days on my semen retention journey, and I'm just getting back from my 12th acupuncture treatment. Now, either I have the world's largest hickeys, the most symmetrical, largest hickeys. Nope, that's not it. Or I got cupping. So today actually she did some cupping on the front.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Cool Springs Boulevard. Then take the Interstate 65
normally I've only had
right.
the cupping on the back, but today she combined it with the front. You'll notice, guys, I skipped making a video talking about...
Now turn left onto Cool Springs Boulevard.
Talking about my 11th acupuncture treatment. And that is because, guys, on my 11th one, hey, there's my Corvette again. Every time, guys, I always see my Corvette, the new one here that looks like a Ferrari. We'll be getting one of those. What I was saying was this. On my 11th acupuncture session on Wednesday, I had so many emotions come up, guys. And this is one of the really, really big benefits of acupuncture, especially when we're combining it with what we're doing with semen retention. Because what you're going to eventually realize the longer you get on semen retention is it eventually becomes internal work, releasing blocks, healing blocks. It really does become internal work. And y'all, I had some big emotions coming up last week, and I was bawling my eyes, like screaming, just like that anger, the rage, but then also just like sadness and grief and trauma. And dude, like, we men have been trained to handle emotions very poorly, outside of like anger and like rage, but like dealing with and releasing emotions.
Now
and,
take
like,
the Interstate 65
crying,
ramp on the
releasing the freaking thing so that you don't have to keep carrying it, so you don't have to keep holding it. It's like we've done such a shitty job of teaching that to men, especially in Western culture. I don't know what it's like everywhere else, but it's literally like how your body helps release and heal stuff, guys. And the more that I keep combining acupuncture with this semen retention journey, is just the better that I'm starting to get at learning to release emotions again, healthily,
in 1,000 feet,
in a healthy
keep
way.
left to stay on Interstate 65 South.
It's almost like, these guys, like, as a kid, as a boy,
now keep left to stay on Interstate 65
when we're
South.
growing up, do you have issues releasing emotions as kids? No. Like, guys, I've got 13 nieces and nephews that I've got to watch grow up, and if they're sad, if they have emotions come up, they express it in the moment.
Keep left to
they
stay on
release
Interstate
it.
65
They can go
South.
from happy to crying and bawling their eyes out. Bam, a minute later, back to perfectly happy, like nothing happened. Because they release it. They let it out. And then, at some point of this journey, culture kind of fucks us up. And we start to hold emotions in and not express them, maybe, depending on how we're raised. Maybe it's not safe. Maybe you don't perceive it as safe. Maybe it's just not the acceptable thing to do, and you start holding these things in, and then you start getting energetic blocks from this stuff, emotional blocks from this stuff.
Now keep left to stay on Interstate 65
And this
South.
is why I'm really excited about what I'm doing here with the acupuncture, guys, because there came a point where I was getting really, really far on this semen retention streak, and I was like, I know there's still blocks. I know I'm still working through shit that isn't being addressed. I can feel blocks in my life. I know that there's a way to get through this. And lo and behold, acupuncture lands in my lap. It comes across my feed in YouTube, and I'm like, okay, that's a sign I'm going to start looking into this, see what this is all about, look into the herbs, look into the different strategies, how you can support your emotions, your organs, all this stuff. And then it really dawned on me, okay, we're storing up all this energy on semen retention with the goal of moving it and using it in, like, moving it around the body and using it to its max capacity. But then it's like, well, if I have energetic blocks, if I have emotional blocks, wouldn't that stop me from being able to fully utilize all of this semen retention energy? Wouldn't that get in the way? Wouldn't that be a block? Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. So I'm like, okay, let's start combining this. So yeah, I'm probably a month and a half, getting close to 2 months in, and I just did my 12th one. Today's, it was a little more painful than normal. And again, when I say pain, it's not like a typical type of pain, but it's like a releasing. Like, I can feel these points releasing. She found a lot of points that were blocked today, and what I have found that when the points are blocked, there's a little bit more of the pain, the ache, the releasing, the needle going in. I can feel it a little bit more because of that. And that normally means she's finding something that really needs it on that meridian, finding a point there. And she is, without fail, the best acupuncturist I have ever had that can find these points like clockwork. And listen, when I go into this, guys, I'm not going here for an hour of just pleasant meditation and peace and serenity. If I get that, cool, awesome. If I get that, nice. But the point is to release and heal and move these blocks out of my body, move through them. So when I go to these, it's like, yo, listen, you didn't treat your body the best for your whole life with all these sports, with training your body to beat yourself up, tear yourself apart with all the working out and just obsessively, and then emotionally not learning, like stuffing everything down, and like, yo, put my body through it. So could it be that as my body starts to release this stuff, that there's a little bit of pain tied to it? Yeah, because something I've learned through Dr. Joe Dispenza's work too is, guys, the energy that you
in 1 mile, keep left to stay
receive
on
from a
Interstate
traumatic
65
thing,
south.
a traumatic event, the energy that you experience, everything is energy. Emotion, energy and emotion. So like these emotions that you experience from experiences, from things, from traumatic things, it's an energy. And if you don't feel it in that moment, know how to work through it and release it, you just hold on to the energy. And guess what? When the energy eventually has to come up again some way or another, it has to resurface, it's going to carry the same signature of that same emotion, that same energy. So what I'm experiencing is like, yeah, it's like there have been a lot of
Now keep
emotions
left to
around
stay on
grief
Interstate
and
65
sadness and
south.
anger. And last week, or I guess this week, Wednesday, it's Saturday today, a lot of that came up after the acupuncture session. It just like moved things that I could finally release them. And this is what the healing process looks like, guys. It's not just like you wave a magic wand and hooray, I'm healed, hooray, it's all done, I did it. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? that'd be nice, but it can be ugly. There can be pain to it. There can be uncomfortability to this process. It's like all these videos I would recommend, I would encourage you, men, if you're looking into doing semen retention, if you're on semen retention, if your goal is to get on long streaks, maybe you are on a long streak, do a little inner work. Pay yourself a little bit of attention. not showing up yet how I want to be showing up. How I'm not expressing myself the way I want to be expressing myself. Maybe I'm still dealing with health issues or obstacles or whatever. Could acupuncture potentially help me work through that and move through that? Maybe. Check it out. But I will say this, guys, the more I do acupuncture, the more I am becoming more emotionally balanced, more emotionally stable, which is wild because you've heard me talk about this a lot, guys. Like when I especially started to get on a long streak over 100 days NSR, the anger and the rage and like all this strong, heavy emotional stuff would come up and I'd be sitting with that. But like now, guys, it's like I am feeling more balanced and more just, I guess the word is homeostasis. Like I've found my baseline again, and it's really, really cool. It's really cool to like start to feel that again and start to find that baseline again. Let me know if you guys have played around with this at all or experienced this. Other great things for this, guys, meditation is a great thing to pair with all of this stuff. That's a great way to start to work through this if you're not able to do acupuncture. And if you can afford to do acupuncture, then look into the acupressure points. Start learning about the meridians, guys. Start learning how to work on those yourself because you can. And also in between acupuncture sessions, I'm also doing acupressure on myself at night, in the morning, learning these points, helping to support those things, and it's been really good. And then paying attention to your body. Oh, when I do this for a few minutes, what does that do? Do I feel it anywhere? Do I see any results?
Take exit 53 on the right onto Tennessee 396, Saturn Parkway toward Tennessee Scenic Parkway.
Guys, we have to be the scientists of our lives. We have to make our lives a science experiment, and that's really what we're doing on Semen Retention. I don't know if you've noticed on this channel, guys, but I'm just making my life a giant science experiment, and I've done that for a long time as I was trying to figure out a lot of shit, work through a lot of shit. Bro, why are you going so slow? Holy smokes. Beamer, bro. Act like it. I've been making my life a science experiment, and this is, guys, I'm convinced this is the mentality that you need to have, especially on semen retention. Cool, you're gonna do it. Let's see what happens. Pay attention to your life. Pay attention to the changes. How are you showing up differently? How are you acting differently? Who are you being that's different from who you were being before? That's data, that's feedback. If you get the data, if you get the feedback, it builds your conviction in the thing, and it makes it easier to go on longer streaks of semen retention. And that's been a huge cheat code for me. Oh, Jason, how are you on like 280 days of semen retention on this streak? Because on this streak, from late last year, I built my conviction higher than ever before. I did a lot of research, I did a lot of education, did a lot of studying. Consumed all this information, this knowledge, and I'm like, oh, this is real. And then when I put it into action, I started to pay attention to how my life was changing, how I was changing, how my thoughts, my mood, how my health, all this stuff, physicality, testosterone, how it's showing up in general. Like, I was just paying attention to all of that stuff. And the longer I I keep doing that, I'm like, okay, no, this is having an effect, and this is having a positive impact on me. So what does that mean? It means, oh, okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep putting this in motion. And that's been the secret. So if you're doing semen retention, guys, pay attention. Make yourself the scientist. Make your life the experiment. Document it. Monitor it. That's another reason too why I made this YouTube channel, and why this is fun for me, because I get to document what I'm actually doing in real time, and I basically make a video log, guys, so that over time I can say, hey, look where I was at this stage. Hey, look where I was at this stage. Look what I was going through here. And as I continue to level up, this is so cool to be able to be like, yo, look at all these ways I've turned into the man that I've always wanted to be. I just didn't know how to get there. Look at the journey. And hopefully that motivates and inspires some of you that go back and start to binge through all the videos that I've been making every day and posting every day for the past 9 months, more than 9 months now. It's just, it's cool to be able to look back and say, oh yeah, check out where I started. And I know everything that I was going through at that time. And now look where I've gotten to. And eventually this channel is going to keep morphing into, you know, pretty much, it kind of already is this subtly, but it'll become more of this. It's like, what am I all doing to self-develop, to develop myself into the man that I want to be? I'm talking with money, I'm talking with career, with purpose, with women, with relationships, with semen retention, with health protocols, acupuncture. What am I doing to level up as a man on this journey? The goal is to keep documenting that and coming up with resources and help and stuff for you guys who want more info on this stuff. So, and the thing too, guys, is like, it wasn't very long ago that I was at rock bottom, living in my childhood bedroom, living with my parents, unable to work, unable to do anything. My body's breaking down and just hopeless. Absolute despair, just a lot of sadness, a lot of grief. And I have rebuilt myself from rock fucking bottom. So I have to remind myself of that, like where I am today, dude, it's a night and day difference. The fact that I made it this far. It's like, holy crap. A lot to be grateful for. But knowing that I've already done that means that I'm also able to look ahead and be like, bro, pieces are coming together, things are coming together. The growth that is in store for me in my life and what I'm building is like, it's exponential. That curve is getting ready to hit. So that's the point of this channel, guys. I'm just going to keep documenting everything that I'm doing with all this, and yeah, being pretty transparent with it. So hopefully you got some value out of this, guys. This was acupuncture appointment number, session number 12. And yeah, I'm getting pretty darn close to 280 days on this semen retention streak. I'll spend today making some more videos for you guys to catch up on things for this week. But hope you got value out of this. Peace, love, abundance to you all. I'll catch you on the next one.